you don't think it can happen to you.
The hit-and-run chase in California, a motorcycle rider witnessing a driver slam into several cars and then speeding away.
It can happen to you within seconds, a blink of an eye.
Tonight about the man suspected of killing a woman in a hit-and-run and his plan to evade justice.
When you take your eyes off the road for just seconds, when you're driving your car, oh, yes, it can happen to you. See, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when the sands of time will run out within your hourglass.
New at 10, a hit and run caught on video, and now a teenager and his family are looking for the driver who took off.
He was a victim of a distracted driver hitting the road while riding his motorcycle going 65 miles per hour. He nearly lost his life. Now on a crusade to help save lives and prevent someone else from becoming a victim, the creator of DistractedDriversBusted.com and now the host of this podcast, it's Howard Drescher.
You can always follow us on Twitter at DistractedDBTV or, of course, on my own personal one at HDrescher3. And you'll find out all the information that we got going on and some of the upcoming events that we're going to, some of the events that we've been at. And, of course, you can always scope out our website at DistractedDB.com, DistractedDB.com. Okay, yesterday, October 23rd, I can tell you that I had a very exciting day, although it's a day that I don't like to attend these kind of events. It related to the Honor of Connor event. And those that remember me from last year, I talked about it. I got to meet Jerry Lynch. I interviewed her and talked about what happened with her son in regards to distracted driving. And it's something that we shouldn't have to have happen all the time. Last year, I met a young man that I unfortunately did not get the opportunity to interview or have on my podcast and talk about his information and how he got started. I ran into him again yesterday, October 23rd, at the event for In Honor with Connor. And of course, you know, you got to wonder why people get into these events. Some because they lost somebody, some because they nearly lost somebody. He's the executive director of The Streets Are For Everyone and Finish the Ride. Damian, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and you flatter me way too much with the whole young gentleman thing.
Hey, I feel I'm the oldest guy around, and so I feel that lately, and they look younger to me. I say they're younger. That's okay. All right, so honestly, you got involved into the distracted driving based on something that happened to you. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about that?
It was, well, if anyone who's had a bad day, I can almost top all of you. Probably not everyone, but pretty much almost everyone. February 17th, 2013, I was cycling in Griffith Park with my wife. We were actually going to the LA Zoo for a picnic, 11:30 in the morning. And I collided with an individual in a light-colored minivan. He illegally crossed over the double yellow to try to get out of traffic. And what would have been a minor collision turned into a nightmare. If he had stopped, I would have gone from the hood of his car, would have dusted myself off, gotten up, maybe exchanged a few swear words, and we would have been fine. Really none for the worse. But he took off. It was a hit and run. And I went from the hood of his car, fell forward. My right ankle was crushed by the car as it ran over it, pinned me underneath the car, and took off from the streets onto and down the 5 freeway, where I was dragged nearly a quarter of a mile down the freeway before luckily I was conscious and was able to pop myself free before I literally ended my life as a skid mark on the freeway.
And obviously, did they get the guy? I'm going to ask that because a lot of hit and runs lately, and I see it more and more. And in your case, did they end up getting the guy?
No, they never caught him. He never stopped. He got free and took off, and I was left in traffic lanes on the 5 freeway, and he was never caught later.
Thanks for listening to the DistractedDriversBusted.com. Until next week, drive safe. And remember, I don't want to die today. Do you?